Hello, my name is Mackenzie, and for my Phase 2 D030 video reflection, I will be talking about the interview that I conducted with my nurse manager. So I interviewed my nurse manager. I work on a medical oncology unit inpatient, and my nurse manager is a very new nurse manager, so it was interesting to interview him from his perspective, since he went from being a floor nurse that mainly concentrated as our admit, discharge, transfer nurse to going into a more managerial nurse executive floor management role. So I did have some bias coming into this. I thought really managers just kind of sat through meetings all day that may or may not lead to something, whereas the entire time he was attending meetings that were either required by administration or were to collaborate with other departments or other managers to help his floor. So that was very interesting. In the few hours that I was with him, he attended several meetings that were about patient safety, to help fix some of the bugs that my floor especially has been experiencing. We've had a lot of patient falls with injury lately, so that was actually very nice to see that he was actively working towards it, instead of just oh yeah, I saw that happen again, I'm sorry that happened, something like that. He was also trying to fix our staffing situation by interviewing some new potential nurses aides to help with that staffing shortage that we've been going through. And he also sent out some emails and was talking to me about them, about setting up for a new root cause analysis meeting because of all the falls that we've been having. He updated some weekly emails that he sends out and talked to me about them a little bit. About his weekly emails actually have been very helpful in opening communication with staff about current issues, and helping get the word out so that everybody's on the same page of situations like hanging saline bags inappropriately and how that's not appropriate. He also did do some rounds with the nursing staff outside of our morning huddle, just to see if the floor was doing okay or if it was kind of a mess and people needed help. So I think nurse managers in many ways are like nurses. We've all heard nurses aides complain about nurses just sitting at a computer, where we all know that the nurse is probably doing something important other than even charting, as reaching out to a provider about a critical issue or communicating with a specific department about something that's going on. And I think nurse managers get the same rap for sitting in meetings all day when the meetings are actually to help the floor. So that helped me a lot going through this interview. I think that going forward, I have a different outlook on what being a nurse executive or nurse management really means. And I have a lot more respect for my manager and what he does in his day-to-day. So I hope you all have the same experience. Thank you.